Did you ever feel, when you were nominated ahead of the Mangaung elections, that the process was at some stage unfair? There were complaints that the process leading up to the credentials and other things, there were complaints that they weren't being fair. Did you ever feel that you concurred with the people who made such comments?
Well, I served as Secretary General of the ANC. I was well aware of the procedures. I know the constitution of the ANC. And my sense was, I can't serve in an organization that does not respect the constitution. So truly, to be honest, I knew that I really don't want to be part of that leadership here.
So is that the reason you turned down the nomination for deputy president, you turned down the nomination to serve on the ANC and NEC?
Well, I was clear that if I continue serving in that leadership, it would be a constant battle just to get them to operate on the basis of the constitution. My experience, I can give you an example of the recent Youth League conference. Rule 7.5 of the ANC Constitution explains the relationship between the ANC and the league. The Youth League, that it is an autonomous body because it has its own constitution, it holds its own conference, and elects its own leaders, and adopts its own policies. The only proviso is that all of that must not be in conflict with the ANC constitution, policies, and that's all. But otherwise, they are an autonomous body. But what happened is the youth leaguers were not involved in preparing for the conference. It was NEC members who were in charge of that process and convened the conference. The NEC members are supposed to guide youth leaguers in preparing for their own conference, not to take charge of that conference. Because then you end up with a youth league of the ANC and not the ANC youth league. You understand? And they were told, at that conference, that they must never ever mention the word autonomy. And they kept quiet, which to me said they are not the youth league, they are not the ANC youth league.